Have a blast means to have a great time. When you are enjoying a time in the present, or when you had a great time, or when you wish someone to have a great time. For example, if I know that my son is going to go to a trip and he is very, very excited about it, so I can wish him good times. So I can say, have a blast. Situation number 2. For example, one of my friends is going to have a party and I'm not going to be able to go at this time, but I want her to have a great time. So I can wish her have a blast. So have a blast in English means to have a great time. Also, to have a lot of fun. It's the same thing. Have a lot of fun, have a great time. They're synonyms. Okay, so we can, like I mentioned before, we can use that to wish someone in present to have a great time, to have a lot of fun. But let's take a look at my examples. My family is having a blast at the beach. That means that my family is having a lot of fun. My family is having a great time. That's the meaning of this sentence. But also pay attention to the word have. Have is a verb, and because I am using have in present progressive, I need to make sure that I'm going to use the verb to be always with the ing when I want to talk about progressive tense. Okay, so I have my verb to be is in present. Having is the verb have plus ing. My family is having a blast at the beach. Example number 2. Thank you for inviting us to your house. We had a blast. Look at this particular sentence. I am sending my thank you note, or I am calling my friend, or maybe I am texting my friend a thank you note, okay, for the invitation that we had at her house or at his house. And I expressing this. I adding the part that we really enjoy that dinner or the time that we spent at his or her house. So the verb have, I will change have to had. That's the main verb have. Remember, it's playing an important part here. I'm going to change have for had a blast. So we can change the tense of my sentences by changing have in present, on present progressive, also in past. Pay attention to that. Now I'm going to explain the meaning of this phrase in Spanish. To have a great time means pasar un buen rato. To have a lot of fun significa divertirse mucho. Ese es el significado de have a blast. Los ejemplos en español son completamente diferentes porque la estructura de español es diferente a la estructura del inglés. Yo digo en este momento en español, mi familia se está divirtiendo mucho en la playa. I'm not going to use any linking sounds, any reductions. When we speak Spanish, we speak clear. We don't make reductions. We don't make links. and we don't use contractions. I'm going to repeat that again. Mi familia se está divirtiendo mucho en la playa. Example number 2. I'm going to say this in English. Thank you for inviting us to your house. We had a blast. I use a lot of linking sounds here. I link the preposition for with the word inviting. Then inviting ends with G and I link it with us. And then I link had with A. In Spanish, and I'm going to do that. Pay attention to this. Gracias por invitarnos a tu casa. Lo disfrutamos mucho. Otra vez en español. Gracias por invitarnos a tu casa. Lo disfrutamos mucho. See the difference? Okay. I have another example. Let's take a look at this example. We went on a cruise and we had a blast. We went. Went is my main verb. Here in past. And I'm going to continue reading. We went on a cruise and we had a blast. That means that I already went, the cruise is over, is the past. So in that moment, while I was on the cruise, during my trip, I had a blast. So I'm using had in simple past and went in simple past. Be careful with that. Pay attention when you want to make correct sentences, and the construction of the sentences are very, very important, especially that in English the tense, the verb plays an important, very important part when we talk about tenses. Is something is happening right now, or is a routine and it always happens, or it already happened. Okay, so my second example is I'm with my friends having brunch. So that means that at this moment I really having a great time. So I add the ing to the verb have, which is my main verb, expressing that this situation is happening at this moment. At this exact moment, I am having a brunch and we are together with my friends. So I'm using we're having a blast. We're having a blast. We're having a blast. So if I talk very, very slow, my pronunciation probably is going to change a little bit. Remember that when we speak with contractions in English, so I'm trying to connect all the sounds. So we're having a blast. See all the connections that I made? Also, I'm using contractions and linking sounds. Always remember, if the word ends with a consonant and the following word starts with a vowel sound, I need to make the connection.